and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestyles. And yes, it's February, and we're still celebrating Black History Month.
All month long, 365 days a year for real.
That's right. It never gets old, and we never get tired of it. We've got a great show today. One of the things we're going to be talking about is a piece that you did, I should say, with MSD called
Can You Dig It?
Right. And we also did another segment with West Louisville Tennis, and they're celebrating a very long time that they have been organized. We also have another segment that you did here also with Middle of Town Cycling.
Yes, this is some crucial information that helps bike riding.
Right. So we'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
At LG&E and KU, we're always working hard to make your life a little easier. Because we know you've got your hands full. Our new mobile app gives you the power to check your account balance, review your payment history, and effortlessly pay your bill from anywhere, while making it easier than ever to report and track power outages. Download the app today to get the convenience of LG&E and KU at your fingertips.
So Denise, you did a segment that we do every year with MSD, and it's called Can You Dig It? So can you tell us about that?
This is, the segment covers every year the opportunity for MSD. I guess you could say it's getting information out for those vendors and suppliers who want to do business with MSD. So let's just take a look. Today is a very important day for the city of Louisville and our community within Kentuckiana, because I'm here in an event. It's called Can You Dig It? And basically it's put on by MSD. MSD is a major contributor to our community here in Louisville, especially because we need the essential services that they provide. With me today, I have Renee Lindsay and also the executive director, Mr. Tony Parrott, and I want to welcome you all back again. So let's talk about Can You Dig It? What it's for, what it's about, and why it's so important.
Well, Can You Dig It is an annual event that MSD has started. We did it. This is our 8th year, Can You Dig It? The purpose of it is to give the contracting community, our business community, our program of work for the year. It helps them to be able to plan for those activities. We're spending about $200 million annually, and we know that we have other organizations that are working as well, but this gives our contractors and people who are interested in doing business with us the opportunity to have our schedule, our program of work, so they can plan for those jobs that are coming out this year.
And Mr. Tony Parrott.
Well, as she said, Can You Dig It is an opportunity for us to allow small businesses, women-owned businesses, and minority-owned businesses to learn more about what it is to be able to do business with MSD, but also to be able to partner up with some of the larger contractors that are doing work. And we believe that MSD can be an anchor institution in allowing small businesses, women-owned business, minority-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses to be able to grow their businesses. Our program, as Renee says, $200 million a year, and it's going to be that way for the next decade or so. So we want to make sure that we are getting out and giving folks opportunity to do business with MSD.
I'm sure, as with any other type of initiatives, as I'm gonna call it, there has to be some criteria. Can we talk about the criteria that needs to be met in order to have partnership with MSD?
Well, first of all, we want to make sure that people are registered to do business with us. That's the first thing, so you know what opportunities are available. For minority and women-owned companies, MSD has commissioned a disparity study. We've completed that. We've established all of our goals for that. So there is a 35% subcontracting goal on our construction projects. We don't certify, but of course we encourage companies that want to do business with us or want to partner with some of our prime contractors to get certified and then get registered with MSD so that they can take advantage of those opportunities. MSD offers a bid discount for those companies that are, those diverse businesses that are interested in bidding with us as a prime. So we want to encourage people to come to MSD, look at the work that we have, and try to get engaged with us. We are in a 2-year pilot program for our small business enterprise program. We have a criteria for that companies just have to be a local business to an MSD service area. That includes Jefferson County, Bullitt County, Oldham County, and Spencer County. They have, at this point, as long as their gross revenues do not exceed $5 million, they can come to work with MSD. So we're looking for small businesses, we're looking for diverse businesses, we're looking for Black-owned businesses to do business with MSD and partner with our prime contractors. And they're here today, too, to meet those companies, to try to help them achieve the MSD goals.
That is wonderful. So I'm thinking we have a lot of new businesses that are always, you mentioned the 2-year and the startups. How is it that another company coming along that meets the criteria wants to throw their hat in the ring, or you have somebody, is it rotational? How is that decided? Because you only have so many, I'm gonna say, slots.
Well, with our small business program, anyone who is registered with the small business program, we only send those bids to them. So they're competing amongst themselves. So any of them that are interested in that program, those are contracts that we allocate to it specifically, and they are contracts projects between 30 and less than $150,000. As Mr. Parrott said, this is a great opportunity for companies that are interested in doing business with us, getting their feet wet, trying to help grow their businesses so that they can hopefully compete for some of the larger projects. So anyone who is registered with us or who's interested in doing business with us on some of the small scale, we encourage them to stop by, talk with us about what the criteria is, and getting them involved in that program.
And so, Mr. Tony Parrott, could you just speak about overall equity?
Well, I think that this is a model program, a model initiative that we have here at MSD. And, overall, when you think about equity and access to construction work or professional services, we think that in Louisville over the next 5 years, there is a collective group of folks that are involved with a task force that have identified $5 billion worth of construction spend over the next 5 years. And we need to work, whether it's the Louisville Water Company or if it's Louisville Gas and Electric, University of Louisville, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. All of us are sitting around the table trying to figure out how we can help each other and learn from each other and work together to get the word out so that we're increasing the utilization of small businesses, minority-owned businesses, and specifically Black-owned businesses. Because when you have companies that are getting access and they're an opportunity to grow, we're also creating opportunities for local labor growth as well. We can make sure that a lot of the jobs that we are doing with our construction projects are within the Louisville MSA. And for example, at MSD, with our local labor program for our large construction projects, we have created over 1,900 jobs for those construction projects. So we want to continue to share what we're doing around equity and what we're doing around local labor utilization, because we think it's a framework that is going to be an economic boon to Louisville and our service area.
So as always, they're doing such great things in the community, and the opportunity to connect with potential vendors, it's just a great program.
Absolutely, and I just cannot commend MSD and also the people and the employees there who partner in with our community to make things so much better for the citizens and for those who are looking for work.
We'll take another break and back with more.
Cycling is more than just getting from one place to another. It's healthy, social, good for the environment, and anyone can do it. We at Middletown love cycling and really love helping others discover a new passion. Stop in today and let our friendly, knowledgeable staff help you get started. We cater to beginners as well as experienced cyclists. We're a local business that cares about our community because we are a part of the community. Come in today and get on a bicycle that fits your needs and improve.
At LG&E and KU, we're always working hard to make your life a little easier because we know you've got your hands full. Our new mobile app gives you the power to check your account balance, review your payment history, and effortlessly pay your bill from anywhere while making it easier than ever to report and track power outages. Download the app today to get the convenience of LG&E and KU at your fingertips.
It's time to crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works.
Or smile.
Well done, this looks great.
Time to share a story.
Kind of a great way to start our discussion.
With old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver.
Time to breathe in.
And count luck. Good job.
Then let it all out. It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/near you.
Your morning drive's gonna be the morning rock. Get the keys, let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Street's Morning Takeover is on the Ville's #1 for hip-hop.
Early in the morning.
96.5.
Well, we got an opportunity to take part in a very important event that was going on with the West Louisville Tennis Association, and they have been in existence for 100 years. Can you believe it?
That's hard to believe, but who knew? Black tennis.
Let's take a look. We're here for a very special celebration because we're celebrating 100 years of tennis with the West Louisville Tennis Club. And I'm here with one of the oldest members, Miss Anna Baker, and her husband goes back a long way with the club. First of all, welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you so much, Meg.
So tell me, what does it mean to be a part of such a great legacy and history?
Well, because it was in the 50s when I became a part of the tennis club, 54 to be exact. And I fell in love with the club because they were very sweet people. The men were all gentlemen in those days, and they made you feel very welcome. Plus, they were very helpful to other people. And most of them were professional men or community workers, which gave our youth something to look up to. We couldn't go to the other clubs at that time. The blacks weren't allowed. But they organized their club in the 20s and 30s, and the ones that knew how to play tennis came back and taught the ones that didn't know how to play tennis. And of course, it led to us having a very good organization. We kept our children undercover because we were a family-oriented club. Most people were married or they had their children, and they raised their children at the tennis club. Every time we'd go away, we went out of town for different occasions to play other clubs, and that was really an experience for our children, as well as meeting and loving people, learning to love and to becoming a part of the people.
Well, Ms. Baker, it has been great meeting with you and talking to you, and hope you're around to celebrate the next 100 years with us.
I hope so also.
Well, I'm here with Aretha Fuqua, who is the president of the West Louisville Tennis Club, and congratulations on celebrating 100 years.
Thank you so very much. We're just glad to be in the number, right?
So tell me, what does it mean to be president, and how do you keep this organization moving forward?
Well, I tell you what it means to me. It's an opportunity to be a vital resource in the community, and I'm just so happy to be supported by my team. We have a 52-member strong organization, and everybody's moving in the same direction. So it feels pretty good for me because I'm a community girl. I'm about the love. I'm about spreading the love and teaching our youth. So that's our agenda. That's part of our mission, and it's happening. So I couldn't be happier.
So tell me some of the initiative that West Louisville Tennis Association has and why it's so vital to the community.
Well, I think one of the most important initiatives is probably the implementation of our free summer clinic, because we've actually worked with community partners to provide upwards to 50, 75 kids with free tennis shoes. All you had to do was complete the program and be an active participant. So as I mentioned earlier, that the thing about that program is so important to the community, because once we have those kids in our possession, we have the opportunity to love them, to nurture them, to encourage them, and contribute to their developmental needs. That's all a child ever needs. That's all any of us need. So we're glad to be that whole that's missing from the West Louisville community.
And one last thing, if someone wants to get involved with the club, either as a member, as a supporter, how can they do that?
We have a website which is quite informative. Our address is P.O. Box 11220, We're in Louisville, Kentucky, in Shawnee Park. You can email us, West Louisville Tennis at yahoo.com. We've got multiple means of access. So I think the most important part is to just try. Because when you try, or when you really, really want to do it bad enough, we do what we want to do, right? So there you go.
All right, thank you very much, and looking forward to another 100 years of success.
Oh my God, I hope we make it there, but our desire is to ensure that that baton is passed to the generation that's coming up behind us.
Well, I'm here with Donnie Morris, who has been a longtime member of the West Louisville Tennis Club. And when you're in the West Louisville Tennis Club, it's more than about tennis. It's a family, and you are like the family member who is also the caretaker of the court. So tell us how that came about and why the courts are so important to you and the organization in general.
Well, that came about maybe around 15, 20 years ago when I started playing at Chickasaw Park. Because I used to be at Chickasaw Park, as you well know, and came a time when Metro Parks they were downsizing in staff, and they said, well, we're not going to be able to take care of the courts. So there was a few of us that took on the task of learning how to take care of the courts, and I had a wonderful mentor in Bruce Logan, who retired from that job. But then he taught me, took me under his wing, and so I started rolling the courts, watering the courts, just taking over whatever duties was necessary to do so that our community family, tennis family, could continue to have the high-level tennis that we always had. And it just spring-rolled from there.
You know, you have to give Aretha her props. She's doing a great job with the organization. It's a very diverse group, and you know, to be there with the oldest member, and you know, she still has that energy. She has that spark when she talks about the organization.
All I can think of is keeping it going, keeping it surviving, keeping it thriving.
We'll take another break and back with more.
It's time to crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works here.
Or smile.
Well done, this looks great.
Time to share a
I
story
have a great way to start our discussion.
with old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver
Time to breathe in,
and count luck, good job.
then let it all out. It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/near you.
Your morning drive is gonna be the morning ride. Keep the keys, let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Ville's #1 for hip-hop.
Early in the morning.
96.5.
You know, we're always talking about LG&E and keeping you connected and keeping you charged up, and you have another segment today.
Yeah, but LG&E for people who are getting the electronic vehicles and having a place to charge them throughout the city. So there's another partnership going on with LG&E and part of Western Louisville, I must say. So let's just take a look. So we're here for another exciting segment with LG&E, and I'm here with Ms. Liz Pratt. And again, Liz, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So energy matters, and we're going to talk about that in a lot of different types of ways, but let's just talk about where we are and what the subject matter for today's segment is going to be.
So Molo Village is the first nonprofit to host one of our charging stations. So that is so exciting. It's now the second charging station serving West Louisville. And so we are so glad to be here today and to bring Reverend Dr. Ferguson in to talk more about why they decided to participate in the program and how this is now one of more than 30 publicly accessible and privately hosted charging stations across our service territories.
And I would say that's great news because it seems as if I'm hearing more and more people are going to electric vehicles.
Yes, this is so exciting. So the infrastructure, with more charging stations to support EV drivers, it's so exciting to see all of the charging stations growing across the network.
Oh, that's wonderful. So we can serve all the masses. So we want to bring in Dr. Reverend Ferguson of Molo Village, and welcome once again.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited that you all are here to share in this great news. So many times we think of social justice issues in our community, but we fail to realize that environmental justice is just as important, because we have people that are affected by environmental issues here in this community, much more so than in other parts of our community. So this is a small way for us to bring that reality to the community, but also to be the change that we want to see in this community. So anytime that we can reduce the carbon footprint, that helps somebody from perhaps having asthma or other breathing issues. And so just the small things can make a difference.
Okay, and when you say all of that, it is so vital, but the other thing I think about is how it can benefit financially so much.
Yeah, well, I am an EV driver myself, and I became one in December, and I just love it because it has reduced my gas consumption probably by 90%, and it will save me money in the long run. I don't know that I've seen that benefit yet, but I think in the next 12 months I will begin to realize just how cost savings this is.
And speaking in regards to that, the savings and the benefit, I consider you, Dr. Reverend Ferguson, a change agent, especially in this part of the community, because as people want to go ahead and to take benefit of certain things, then you wonder about your community and where can you be able to have a station. And I see that you are vital in making this happen, so they can come here to charge up.
Well, that's important, because when we first got this station installed, it was amazing. People would drive up and they would say, "What is that? What are you doing there?" And you can't really participate sometimes unless you see it in action. So they would see my car charged up and they would get excited, and that gave me an opportunity to talk about the importance of this. And so we at MOLO have always tried to be the initiator of creative things in our community, realizing that if you can see it, then perhaps you can become it. And so that's what we're striving for here, not only in the EV station, but just in the village in general, and bringing the business incubator here, bringing Norton's Institute of Health Equity here, bringing a full-service bank here, bringing a learning center here for children 4 and under, bringing a full-service restaurant. And so we have tried to begin to change this area back to a place that is creative, but one that is important, that is important for our community, to help us to understand that we too can benefit from all of these things, and we don't have to settle for less, that we can have the best here as well.
I love the way you framed that up. And Liz, I want to bring you back in just quickly. So in regards to partnerships with LG&E, this is just another point where LG&E is reaching the spectrum of our whole community.
Yeah, so we have been so proud to be a long-term partner with Molo Village since 2020, and with AMPT, who's located here as well, since 2019. So this was just such a great way to come and celebrate Molo Village and the incredible work and life-changing work that they're doing here for the community.
And for us, we consider LG&E and AMPT and all of the other tenants here missional partners, which mean that we all are on a road of helping this community have the resources that they need so that they can prosper, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual. We just want people to have the best so that they can become who God has called them to be.
I think that's cool that there are more and more charging stations that are coming up, because it's going to make people feel more comfortable about going out and getting an electronic vehicle.
Yeah, and being able to have where you live a place where they can serve you and you can do this. And then all the work that Reverend Dr. Ferguson is doing and bringing to western part of the Louisville with Molo. So it was just a win-win all the way around.
Right. You ready to go electric?
I'm getting there.
We'll take another break and back with more.
It's time to crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works.
Or smile.
Well done. This is great.
Time to share a story.
We have a great way to start our discussion.
With old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver.
Time to breathe in.
And how luck. Good job.
Then let it all out. It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/near you.
Your morning drive's gonna be the morning ride. Get the keys, let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Bill's #1 for hip-hop.
Early in the morning.
96.5.
It's me, Herlin Robinson from Magic in the Afternoon on Magic 101.3. Happy New Year's to you. And speaking of New Year's, man, we got something special for you. We got that new money in the new year. Giving you a chance to walk away with $2,000. All you need to do is go to 1013online.com to enter. April's going to be an interesting month because we got a bunch of concerts that's popping off in the city that's going to be crazy. We got the Legacy Tour, and that's New Edition along with Keith Sweat and Guy. And then on April 1st, the Soul to Soul. What? You heard me. The Soul to Soul concert with Lettucey, Kim, and Music Soul Child. How would you like to go to Las Vegas for the free? Free ain't gonna cost you nothing. I mean nothing. To see Bruno Mars, we're taking care of the airfare, hotel, and giving you tickets for 2 folks, which means you ain't even gotta go by yourself. Happening on February the 14th. So go to 1013online.com and enter to win that Bruno Mars flyaway. You like deals, I like deals, everybody likes a good deal. You gotta go to 1013online.com for that Kentuckian deal. You heard me? Kentuckian deal. We're giving you half off. Yes, and some might even get more than half off, right? Some of those coupons might be even more than half off. Especially if you're trying to stretch that dollar and you like to go out and eat, we're helping you with that Kentuckiana deal. And don't you forget at all to wake up every single morning, turn on that radio, and listen to who? Steve Harvey in the morning. He gonna make you feel good, all right? All day, all evening, all afternoon. That's what we do right here on Magic 101.3.
Anything that you haven't done during Black History Month that you would like to do?
Just seeing some great museums. That's what I would like to do.
Right, and speaking of that, when I was in Montgomery, I got an opportunity to go to the Legacy Museum. And I have to tell you, it was fantastic.
Just reading the book that you brought home, and it was fabulous and it was fascinating. So I would just like to see as much Black history information as well as the African American Music Museum in Nashville.
Correct.
I just want to absorb all my culture.
Right, so if you haven't done it, make sure that you put those 2 places on your to-do list. You know what? I think that's our show.
Ooh, that's our time.
And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyles.
Bye.
Stay safe and take the shot.